Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Much respect to the brothers that are out there preaching and teaching the truth worldwide across the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and freedom for this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim and Akwaf that might be listening to this lesson. This is your brother Abad Yabah coming through with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And the title of my lesson is The Importance of Humility. Humility is defined as far as biblically, the practice of meekness, obedience to Yahweh, respect of others and thyself, submissiveness, and modesty. In speaking of that definition, you have to understand that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is not going to deal with any pride, arrogance, or putting thyself above others as if we've done something so great. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai created all of us, and we are servants unto him. And the fact that he showed us the blueprint, the ultimate example of humility when he allowed Yahweh Shai to come down and do what he did for us, because Yahweh Shai didn't have to, and plus he put himself in a lower estate for us. He even washed his disciples' feet. So that gave us the example of, even though we have a certain amount of power, we have a certain amount of wisdom, we have a certain position that we're in, we should always be humble, we should always be meek, and we should always have an understanding that in order for us to be used in this truth and have some sort of purpose in this truth, we have to be humble. He used Moses. And when he used Moses because Moses was one of the most humble men. He was very meek. So we have to understand that the men that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai used, they were all humble. And the ones that became proud, the one that became arrogant, he moved them out of the way, as he did Saul and put David into rulership, because he needed someone that was going to be honorable unto him, that would do the work that he had called him to do and be obedient unto him. And when I say him, I mean Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So we have to understand that in our walk, it's about obedience, it's about faith. But most of all, we have to be humble enough to understand, no matter what we're doing, no matter what people are saying about us, no matter what position that we're in, we have to be humble in order for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to use us and to continue to use us. So without further ado, I'm going to go into the scriptures. And my first scriptures I'm going to use is Proverbs 11:2. And it reads, it says, when pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. So right off the bat, we're talking about pride. We're talking about arrogance and how that can lead to disgrace, how that can lead to you falling short of what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has for you. But when you're humble, you'll gain that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in order to give Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai the praise, honor, and glory that he deserves, no matter what people are saying about you, or no matter what people are thinking about you. Proverbs 22:4 reads, it says, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. So by being humble, we'll be able to acquire riches, which is in the kingdom, honor, being highly regarded because we'll be in rulership, and everlasting life. The things that we desire. Not on this side, because we know that this is not our rest. This is not our kingdom to be in rulership. This is not our kingdom to be able to have a multitude of riches or high status. We're not concerned about that. We know that everything that we are desiring is coming, and it's coming soon. And everlasting life as well. Let me not forget that, because we all desiring to be in our new bodies and to be able to do things without having to think about it so much and not go off. When we put in our new bodies, we'll be able to have the law, statutes, and commandments inside of us to where we'll always have it on the forefront of our mind, and we're not being wrapped in this wicked flesh to where we're going off daily and having to repent. And we know that we desire to be in the favor of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we don't want to go off. We desire those new bodies like yesterday, but it has to come with us doing the work first. It has to come with us being humble and mild and meek right now. Jeremiah 9:23 reads, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches." So the things that you have right now that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has blessed you with, don't let that get you to the point to where you're prideful. Don't let that get you to the point to where you're arrogant. Don't let that get you to the point to where you're thinking so much of yourself that you can't be used by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We have to be humble. And that is telling us right there in Jeremiah 9:23, we can't let those things cause us to go off. He's given us gifts, talents, blessings, because he's going to get the glory, honor, and praise in that. He's not giving it to you for you to be boastful. He's not giving it to you for you to be arrogant and thinking that you're above everybody because you can do a multitude of things or things great. It's not about us. It's about Yahweh Shem Yahushua getting the honor, glory, and praise. So therefore, that's why he used, when it comes to like military, he'll use a small amount of people against a large amount, because it lets the people know that without a miracle, without Yahweh Shem Yahushua being involved, those men couldn't have accomplished that. And he lets us know we can't get too high on ourselves to think that we're so great or we're so good at this particular thing to where now we're speaking of ourselves as being something that we're not. We're all servants unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're all vessels being used. But it starts with the humility. It starts with the faith. It starts with the understanding of who we serve and who we are and who he has placed us to be, and that's set apart. He's placed us to be here to do the work and to be part of that number if we're blessed to be, if we're in his particular elect, then we'll be in that number when it all comes down to it and Yahushua comes back. And then we won't have to be born into the loins of the elect. We will be those elect men and women and everyone else that will go into the kingdom initially. We want to be part of that number. So we desire to be humble. We desire to be meek. We desire to be utilized and not to be part of these 2/3, the other nations or Esau, that are in their best life right now, not desiring to do the work, not desiring to even have a relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Luke 14:11 reads, it says, "For whosoever exalt himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted." So as I've been speaking and what I've been speaking on is telling you exactly that. Those that basically put themselves on a pedestal are going to be knocked down to the lower state. But those that are already at that lower state and keeping themselves meek and mild and humbled are going to be lifted up by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because he knows that he can use them. He knows that they will take the blessings given unto them, take the amount of gifts, talents, and blessings and use them for his glory and not their own personal gain or their own personal admiration. We don't desire all that. We don't desire to be popular. We don't desire to be rich on this side. We desire to do the work and for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to be pleased with us. That's what we're doing this for, that's what we are desiring at this moment in time. John 3:30 reads, it says, he must increase, but I must decrease. And that's basically saying in us, the presence, the spirit that is placed in us has to increase. The spirit man. Yahweh Shem Yahshua has given us the spirit to do this work. And it has to increase daily for us to continue on to do this work. Our flesh must decrease. What we think of ourselves, how we think of ourselves, must decrease as to thinking that we're doing something so great. It's about the spirit being on us, in us, and us being utilized is how we're able to do things, not our own strength, because we're weak. Without Yahweh Shem Yahshua placing the spirit on us, we will not be able to do anything. We cannot do anything without him. We can do all things through Yahweh Shai that strengthens us. It says it in scripture. So we must understand that. And we must know each and every day that by his grace, his favor that's been put upon us, that we're able to do a multitude of things. Every kingdom that's been risen, we've been a part of it. And once we were removed from those particular kingdoms and captivities that we were in, they were destroyed, or they were brought low, or they were basically decimated. We are his chosen people. So we must definitely give him honor, glory, and praise. And we must definitely be humble throughout this journey to let him know that he is deserving of our praise. He's deserving of everything. And we are doing nothing without him. James 4:6 reads, it says, but he giveth more grace. Wherefore he saith, Yahweh resisted the proud, the arrogant, those that are out here just basically lifting themselves up, but giveth grace, favor unto the humble. So once again, that solidifies the point. Once again, he's the one that gives favor. Yahweh Shem Yahshua is the one that's giving favor. It's not because we're so deserving, but he has given us grace. We're in a grace period still right now, but it's soon to be up. But he's given us favor because we're his people. But also, he gives us even more favor when we're humble and not proud, because he resists the proud. He deals not with them, because he knows that he cannot utilize them. They'll only praise themselves. They'll only lift themselves up. So therefore, he's going to use those that are able to understand what their place is, understand who the true power is, who they belong to, who they're in servitude to. The humble will readily be accessible and available to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But those that are prideful, those that are arrogant, will never, because they will always think that it's them that's doing those particular things that are great, and not Yahweh Shem Yahshua that's giving them strength and the spirit on them to do those things. And I'm going to end it off here in 1 Peter 5:6. And it reads, it says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, that he may exalt you in due time. And when is that due time? When we're in the kingdom. You know, when it's time for us to be in rulership once again, to be in our rightful place. But right now, where we are, we should always be humble. And we are being humble because we want to always be able to be utilized by the Father. Be those willing servants, those living sacrifices unto him, knowing who he is to us and what power that he has. We fear him. We don't fear man. We fear him because we know that he has the ability to give us life and also destroy us. But in all things, we respect him and we desire to give him all honor, glory, and praise, because we know without him, we are nothing. So that's why having humility is important. That's why being meek and mild is important to Yahweh Shem Yahshua in order for him to use us. Because without it, he's only going to push us to the side and look to someone that has those particular qualities. So with that being said, that's the conclusion of my lesson. I pray that all that were listening were edified And as always, I give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. And until my next lesson, Shalom.